Okay, so we're just outside of the Vitalitu Stadium. Oh man, 120 minutes of football, a penalty shootout, a kick to go through to the quarter-final, and in true Wolves fashion, we managed to somehow mess it up. We're going to get stuck into this. I'm with the gaffer, I'm with Boston Brian. Mate, first thoughts after that, Brian?
Just so disappointed. I got all my family here today, 6 of us here today, and we're there. We were through, weren't we? You know, just got to hit the target. Let the goalkeeper work. You know, if your goalkeeper saves it, fair enough. You know, but to miss the target totally, and Boubacar as well. I mean, he hit the bar. That's missing the target. You know, target's inside the post, not the post itself. You know, but so disappointing. But we were under the cosh. You know, under the cosh. I mean, when we scored, I thought we were going to go on to win it, but after the extra time, it was just we played for penalties.
We seemed to play for penalties. I mean, Chris, what's your emotions just coming out after that match, man?
Well, disbelief of what I've watched for the 120 minutes, to be honest. If that's passionate FA Cup football, then, you know, die for the shirt. We were awful. There was no commitment. There was no effort. I really struggled to give a man of the match today. I can't really pick one out.
Do you think there was no effort because they defended, but I mean, you know, they fought to keep the ball out, but I mean, we didn't have a lot. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, every 50-50 challenge, they won it, didn't they? They might have won a couple, but they had about 18 corners, for God's sake.
Well, we've got better at defending corners because we conceded a lot. I mean, frustration.
I mean, we've had one shot on target. It was like goal of the season, wasn't it?
Another wonder goal. I mean, it was Neves-esque.
It was like from about 2 foot out, it was over the bar, and then suddenly it dipped, didn't it?
Yeah.
Straight in the back of the net. Never saw that coming.
Well, we're going to talk about Matheus Cunha a lot in this interview, I'm sure, in this reaction, I'm sure. Look, I'm absolutely gutted. You know why? My dad, how much he wants to get to an FA Cup final, and we literally had it there with one kit. A team that has not had a penalty all season, because we've not had a penalty all season. We're the only Premier League team not to have a penalty. It goes to a penalty shootout. We hit 4 fantastic penalties. Sam Johnson nearly saves one. Yeah. He saves the other. And then Matt Doherty, I put my house on him like scoring. He's been round and he just scuffs it wide. I can't believe it. Let's go back to the start of the game. Let's go back to the start of the match. We started slow again. This is a trait. This isn't a blip. This is something that happens every game. We start slow. Bournemouth are a very, very, very good side, especially here at home. The way they move, the movement, and we were sloppy. And I've got to be honest with you, you know, the goal that they scored, Sam Johnson against made a save. He come out, he saved it. It was a tap in. He couldn't think. And then they scored off a corner, which leaped in, and thought, oh God, terrible back post defending. And then we've had about a 6 or 7 minute VAR check.
7 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, thinking it was like handball. It wasn't handball. I think he hits the player into another player, and that's what they were checking.
They gave it offside.
Yeah, it was offside.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think because offside, 2 players went at the back post. I think he hit the one into the other one and went in. I think that must be what it is. And then they had another one disallowed, this one for a handball, and we could have been 3 down at half time. I was saying, if we get in at half time 1-0, then we're still in the game. We've still got a chance because we were lucky. And we did. And the second half, again, we rode our luck. Sam Johnson made a couple of good saves. And then out of nowhere, out of absolutely nothing, this man, Matheus Cunha, is on a different level. Yeah. On a different level. He gets the ball, and like you say, it's an unbelievable shot. It's like almost that moment that Neves scored against Derby. It was an unbelievable. It was like a wow moment. And then we're thinking we're on the front foot, but we just went further and further and further back, and we've lost the game. And I can't say that in the end, probably we didn't deserve it, because Bournemouth probably would have been gutted if they'd have lost, because they were the better team throughout the entire match, weren't they?
Yeah, they were actually. Yeah, you got to hold your hands up. They were the better team. But I'd just like to say though, it was just strange. Just a strange game, wasn't it? The way that the game went. I mean, like as Chris said, we were just lethargic, weren't we? The same as Tuesday night, really. And Cunha just comes up with an absolute magic goal. But apart from that, we weren't really.
We're just recording live, mate. Can you just give us a couple of minutes?
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought then. We just surrendered, didn't we? Yeah, surrendered possession and everything. But one positive thing, I think young Alfie Pond did quite well when he came on, playing as.
Let's move round here because these gentlemen want to do stuff here. We'll just face this way. No problem. Yeah, sorry about that. The Bournemouth stewards are doing stuff. Yeah, carry on, mate.
So I think Alfie Pond did quite well. He's playing as maybe a right back, really. In that when he came on. But it was quite clever of Vitor because they were bombarding us with high balls into the box, and we needed his height, and he did well.
He got beat round the outside a couple of times, but then he settled into it.
But like I say, he's not a fullback. He is a centre half for the 21s. But he did quite well. I think we defended in the air quite well,
Mate, we had absolutely plenty of practice today, didn't we?
But yes, we did. It must be about 20 corners, I think. But they must have had for the whole game. Johnson, he did make some cracking saves, actually.
When they had the ball straight at him from 2 yards, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
To be honest, he has to react to it. I mean, he really has to react to it. I mean, let's talk about obviously we get to 90 minutes. We get to extra time. Can you sort of balance in what he's going to do? And then I'm like everyone was saying, they're clever. They've got into him. They know he's going to be a penalty taker. He's reacted. He can't react, but he has.
No, I know.
And he's got sent off a straight red.
Absolutely.
We've seen
and 3 or 4 match ban, and I reckon the FA might get involved with that now because he's gone for a punch, hasn't he?
Has he gone for it? I thought it was a headbutt.
Well, somebody said he threw a punch at him. I'd see it myself, but.
Well, I don't know. I mean, we were always waiting. The ref sent him off. And Matheus Cunha, he is emotional. He plays with passion. We love him for that. But he can't let people get in his head. Because when you react like that, you let the team down by reacting that way, and you can't do it. We want the emotion, but you gotta know that there are. You've played football. You get in people's heads. You try and get a reaction, and he's passionate, and I love that about him. But you can't do it.
Some of these superstar footballers, just like Eric Cantona, wasn't he? I mean, he was a maestro, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But they have moments in their life, don't they, when they just go berserk and.
That's what makes them, the way they play, the magic that they've got that brilliance, but they've got that flaw, they've got that flip side. They live on the edge, yeah.
But that match was totally bereft of quality, wasn't it? And the least thing you can do is give 100%, and I don't think we were even doing that today.
Do you know what? I don't think that they weren't giving 100%, because they weren't giving 100%. There's no way we'd take it to extra time, to 90 minutes and stuff. They were trying, they were giving it. But we Strand Larson hardly ever. I mean, goodness me, for a centre forward.
What is he doing?
I mean, he put his penalty away in the thing, but other than that, he kept losing the ball. He never won it. Weren't holding it up. He was getting beat in the air.
I know he's a professional footballer and he has been out injured, but he's on the pitch now and he's getting paid a lot of money to lead the line, and he's not leading the line, is he?
And the ball, it kept coming back and back and back, and Bournemouth were just wave after wave after wave. And how we got to the end at drawing, I don't know. It's a bit of magic and resilience. But what we're going to go and ask you now is if you can give me your Leamore Windows man of the match, your Fox at Shipley performance rating, your Parkside dental care moment that made you smile.
Man of the match. I'll have to give it to Sam Johnson for the saves he made, because he kept us in the game. Other than that, it could have been about 4 or 5. So I'll give it to Sam Johnson. Not my favourite goalkeeper in the world, but he did okay today. The performance, I can't give it more than 6. I think, yeah. And thing that made me smile, having my 2 grandsons holding them up, because it was a bit of argy-bargy down by us at the front. At the front, I don't know if you saw it where you were, but we had to grab them back onto the second row. But I was holding them all through the thing there, and I suppose actually the thing was Cunha's goal. Yeah, you can't take that away.
You're having 2 then.
2, yeah.
Chris, Leamore Windows man of the match.
Oh God. I've never had such a difficult choice in my life. I'm struggling to really say anybody, but I think I've got to go with Sam Johnson, who I think he's not worthy of a Wolves goalkeeper.
You're not a fan?
He made 3 good saves, so I can't think of anybody else that really did anything other than, run around the pitch.
Okay, Sam Johnson, yeah.
Moment that made me smile was got to be Cunha's goal, wasn't it? Because
Yeah.
it's like a worldie, and you don't see many of those in your life, do you?
Yeah.
And 5 out of 10 maximum.
5 out of 10 maximum. I mean, for me, the penalties, I thought we took the penalties really well up until the one that mattered. I can't believe we literally had a spot kick to get to the quarterfinals after 120 odd minutes, after everything that we've been through, and we got the opportunity. And Wolves, he's been an incredible servant, and he always gives everything. And that moment is not going to be on his highlights reel at the end, because it's like, we'd have all given anything to stand there to have that chance to take Wolves through to a quarter-final. And, Bournemouth, they were saying they've only got to a quarter-final twice in their 125-year history. Well, they've got through number 3, and it had to be against Wolves. But we haven't lost again, technically, at the Vitalitu Stadium. But, my Fox at Shipley performance rating, I'm going to give it a 5.5. I'll go in the middle because it wasn't great. We struggled. We talked about injuries to players before this match. Oh, they're going to get injured and they're going to be out. No one talked about let's get someone sent off, and Matthias Cunha is going to be a massive miss for us now. A massive miss for us.
There's only one who can score a goal.
Yeah, well, we've got to find ways to put the ball in the net and get these points, because all that matters now is getting the 3 wins we need really to stay in the Premier League. But losing Cunha for 2, 3, 4 games is not great. Not great.
To be honest, Dave, he was injured as well. He was carrying. He kept on pulling the back of his. It could be hamstring again.
Well, he shouldn't have been still on the pitch.
Well, there was no subs.
Well, he went off anyway, didn't he?
We ain't got any subs left, had we?
Yeah, and Matthias Cunha as well. He would have taken one of them penalties. I'm not sure whether Matt Doherty would have. And Boubacar obviously hits it. At least he hits it, gives it something. And it hits the underside of the bar. So I'm going to give my Parkside dental care moment of the day to the Matthias goal. It's an absolute wonder goal, deserving of winning any game, really. And I'm going to give my Leamore Windows man of the match. He's had a lot of stick. I thought Sam Johnson did really well commanding his area, punched it. He made some good saves, kicked the ball when he needed to, made some really good reaction saves, and also saved a penalty in the shootout to give us the chance. So it's got to be Sam Johnson for me. And the FA Cup journey has ended for another year. It's over and done with. It's disappointing in the way that we've lost. After all that effort, we've got to go all the way, But, in all honesty, boys,
We got what he deserved.
we did. Bournemouth, we always try and call it fair. Bournemouth fans watching this, you deserved it. You deserved it.
Absolutely.
If you hadn't have gone through, it would have been really, really harsh on you, because you were the team that wanted it the most. And it seemed, and you got the results, so it would have been really, really harsh. And we wish you all the best in the next round.
Yep.
And we look forward, hopefully, to coming back to Bournemouth, sunny Bournemouth next season.
In April.
Nice and warm. Nice and
lap
warm.
of the gods.
Yeah. So look, from all of us, we're going to obviously head back now, back up to the Midlands. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, helps us out, and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And we'll be back with more reaction, the match vlog, and all that. But from myself, Boston Brian, the gaffer, always Wolves.